Right now, equal pay for women, it's a hot topic. So what can you do to make sure you're paid fairly? Here with the top tips is a lifestyle lawyer, Shari. Shari, thanks so much. A great topic, fitting for this month as well. As you mentioned, it's going to be, and I want to make sure I say this correctly, Equal Pay Day
on April 14th. So that's the date that women have to work until every year to begin being paid equally as men for the year.
Very interesting. Why do we have to do anything at all to get paid equally?
Great question, right? Because President Kennedy signed the Equal Pay Act into law in 1963. Back then, women were paid about 50% of what men are paid. Today, we're paid about 75% of what men are paid. So unless we do something differently, it could take another 50 years until we're actually paid equally.
So for every 78 cents, that's what a woman's paid, a man gets $1.
Correct.
Wow. What do we need to do differently? What can we do differently?
Well, one thing that research shows is that men negotiate 6 to 8 times more than women, go into those negotiations for their compensation with higher expectations, and actually see more opportunities in the workplace as opportunities to negotiate. So clearly, we need to be negotiating differently.
Give us some specific tips on how to negotiate.
Sure. Well, women are actually very good negotiators for other people. When it comes to negotiating for ourselves, not so much. So one thing you can do is pretend that you're negotiating for someone else. Another thing is we tend to back down right away and accept a lower pay than we really want to. The problem is, you know, we justify it to only a few hundred dollars, a few $1,000s. The problem is over a lifetime, that's adding up to hundreds of thousands of dollars less we have in retirement. So keep your eye on that long-term impact and use creative solutions to bridge the gap. So rather than turning down a job, maybe say, well, you're not giving me exactly what I want right now. Can we do another pay review in 6 months rather than a year?
I guess don't be so quick to back down. Negotiating, though, it's pretty uncomfortable for anyone, but it seems especially for women.
Well, and there's good reason for that, Holly. Research shows that employers actually perceive the same strong negotiating skills that men use as unlikable in women. So unfortunately, we need to do some things, at least for now, to soften that up. But the studies show that if you smile more often, if you express appreciation, express concern for the organization, and use words like we instead of I, those are things that can help soften your approach and be more likable by employers.
All right, something we always need to be mindful of, trying to close that pay gap.
We're working on it.
We're going to talk about this for a couple of weeks
now.
Okay, sounds good. Mike, back to you.